What's up, guys? Calvin Wayman here. This is Millionaire Case Study, episode 16. Hey, as you can see, I am feeling a lot better than I was in episode 15. 15, I was down under the weather. I'm still a little bit under the weather, but I'm pulling out. Have my little bit of a cough left, but other than that, I am feeling way better. This episode is all about getting published. And so I'm super pumped, super excited to share what's going on. So something that I've been doing for the last several weeks, months, or really over the last year, is doing things to build my brand and to show credibility and authority. A couple things I've done is I've gotten into magazines. In fact, just barely this week, the big win, it's a big win, and then I'll give you even a bigger one. A big win is I wrote my second article for Entrepreneur Magazine, and it featured Russell Brunson. So Russell Brunson of ClickFunnels, I featured him in this article, and it got published. So I'm super excited for that, and now I can just do that to not only increase my branding around like doing funnels and being on Entrepreneur Magazine, but even doing something for Russell. Russell's a great guy, and I'd love to support him as much as I can, and I think there's going to be other ways that he'll be able to support me also. So I'm excited for that. By the way, today is Memorial Day, May 30th, 2016, just to make a note. Now, the biggest publication that happened this week, though, is what I want to share with you next. So the brand that I've been trying to create, or that I am creating, that I'm building for myself, is around social media, building authority on social media. I want to get on stages and speak to people about social media. And the biggest community / publication / resource for social media is Social Media Examiner. Now, Social Media Examiner has been something that has intimidated me. And if it wasn't for my buddy Nick Unsworth, who he's just really pushed me to go after them. He's like, eventually you're going to get to Social Media Examiner. Then you're going to get to Social Media Examiner stages. You're going to speak to them and stuff. And I first went to them like several months ago to submit an article to write for them, and I went there and I backed off. I didn't feel quite ready. I was a little bit too scared. And then I got on a call one day more recently where Nick was doing a group coaching session with several people, and he asked me to come on and talk about how I got onto Entrepreneur Magazine and the Huffington Post. And somewhere in that call he said, and now the next thing is Calvin's going to get on Social Media Examiner. And he said that at his Ignite event, he's going to get on Social Media Examiner. And so finally, I just like, you know what? Okay, I'm going to take the plunge and I'm going to go after it. So I submitted myself to be a writer for Social Media Examiner. They accepted it. Not only had they've accepted it weeks ago, but since last episode, it's official. It's 100% official. I have been published in none other than Social Media Examiner. So super pumped. That's just something that's huge for my brand, even just branding by association, being able to say as featured in Entrepreneur Magazine and the Huffington Post and Social Media Examiner. As soon as people see that, then they're like, okay, this guy knows what he's talking about. So that's the biggest thing that's happened. Just to update you on the other things I'm doing, I almost didn't work at all last week because of being sick. It was really interesting taking that much time off. And so I've been doing a lot of mental work, I guess. I've honestly felt like I've been in a funk mentally for several weeks ever since I moved. And I'm getting over this hump. Well, what I really feel like is I haven't found my groove or momentum yet. And so I feel like I'm just crawling through mud, getting this momentum going. And so the main thing is writing my book. Writing has been like a slow process for me. It's not something I can just get in and get done and check that off my list. And so that's probably part of it, is I've been focusing on writing my book. So I'm going to continue to write my book this week, do a little bit of prospecting for solar, and that's pretty much it. But the main thing I want to just kind of document is the work I'm doing mentally, because things have been felt like a big funk. I've tried to pause and analyze why I sometimes feel like I'm getting in funks. And what I realized is it's when I'm not in the present moment. I start to worry about, well, what if money doesn't come in fast enough? What if I can't make it? What if I can't afford rent in a month or two? You know, what if all this stuff happens and all this crap just starts to weigh down on me? And on a side note, I think that's partly why I got sick, is having all this mind stuff. And so I'm learning how to just see it for what it is, see why I'm thinking the way I'm thinking, and just clear it all out and figure out a way to not worry about what's already happened, the past, quit worrying about the future, and just be here. Be here in the moment, because that's where the magic happens. That's where it ever happens. And if I'm worrying, I'm really just robbing myself of what I could be doing now, because worrying about something that's going to happen, I mean, we're not there yet, and that energy spent worrying is taking up what I could be doing now. So this is just kind of the things I'm working through. I wanted to just document it. And bottom line is, I'm super pumped to now be published in Social Media Examiner. I want to leverage that and get out there and say, Calvin Wayman is a social media guy. Hire this guy. Get on stages. Man, I am so ready to get on a stage. I feel like it's taken too long, but I just want it to happen so bad. So I'm going to wrap it up right here. I'm going to go spend some time with family for Memorial Day. And if this episode was useful to you, if there's any comment that you would like to make, let me know. Listen, I go and check your comments. So this is me literally talking to you watching this video. Comment back. What did you think? If you didn't like it, hey, let me know. Would love to hear anything either way, and I will get back with you. And if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you subscribe. This is Calvin Wayman. I'm your Millionaire Case Study, and I will see you on the next Millionaire Case Study episode. Peace out.